This is One on One. There he is, Ken Colen, cancer survivor and involved with a great organization called Cycle for Survival. Good to see you.
Good to see you too, Steve.
We started talking about this a while ago. We should tell folks that the other part of our lives, other than the professional part of our lives, and the advocacy part, is we coach baseball in our hometown of Montclair.
That's right.
Our kids play baseball competitively, but they do it with good team spirit, right?
Absolutely.
You started talking about this Cycle for Survival initiative. What is it? Why is it so important? We're doing this right before an event on February 9, 2013, 10 cities across the country. New Jersey playing a big role this year, but this program will air afterwards, after the event, so we don't want to date it. What is the organization? Why is it so important?
Cycle for Survival is an organization that funds research on rare cancer.
Rare, define rare.
Rare is sort of a misnomer, Steve, because if you take all of the cancers that are considered rare and you add them up, they account for more than half of all cancer diagnoses. Pancreatic cancer is rare, ovarian is rare, leukemia is rare, stomach cancer is rare. All pediatric cancers are rare.
You put them together. That's not rare.
No, it's not rare at all.
Well, then why don't they get more attention?
They should, but the issue is pretty much all of the funding goes to the four main cancers.
Breast cancer.
Colon, prostate, and lung. Yeah.
And so if you're outside of the big four, if you will, it's much harder to get money, media attention. So this organization started. Who started the organization?
Jennifer Goodman Lynn and her husband Dave Lynn started this organization back in 2007. And it started very small in an Equinox club in Manhattan.
The Equinox, the gyms?
Yeah.
Right.
They're a founding partner of this event, and now they have the event in 10 cities all across the country. And Summit, New Jersey, for the first time, is participating this year.
That's the 2013 event.
Yeah.
So everyone, they go on Cycle, right? They go in, and I call it spinning at my the New York Sports Club in Montclair.
Spinning, yeah.
It is spinning, but cycling is a cooler name, though, right?
Right.
It's much more.
It kind of rolls off the tongue a little bit better than spinning for survival.
So they cycle, and they go in and they raise money, okay? And by the way, we're putting up the website, team, so people can find out more. Put up the website throughout the program. It is a nonprofit.
It's a nonprofit organization.
And did you know these folks when they started? By the way, Jennifer did in fact pass.
She did in 2011, unfortunately, after a very brave battle with
4
cancer.
years.
For 4 years. Yeah, 4 years. 5 years, I think.
When did you hook up with them?
I was diagnosed with a sarcoma 6 years ago. And Jen and I have a mutual friend, and when she found out that we both were dealing with sarcoma, I had a very different type than Jen did. Luckily, I'm in remission right now. So they decided to hook me and Jen up, and as soon as I met her, she's a very dynamic force, and I knew that she was going to offer a lot to cancer research because she was totally on it at that point, and she sucked me in. I mean, she sucked me in like she sucked a lot of people in, but I'm really proud to be a part of this event. I mean, it's raised more than $24 million.
Whoa!
$24 million in only, this is its 7th year.
$24 million for these rare cancers. And it goes to research?
It goes to research, right. So 6 months from the time of the event, they fast-track this money right into clinical trials.
Wow. What are we looking at right there?
It's a check ceremony, and I don't know the amount, but if it was last year, it would have been $8.3 million.
That's what 7.7 they're telling me in the control room.
Yeah.
And again, how can people, if someone goes on the website, right? And say they go on anytime during the year 2013, 2014, whenever.
Right.
Can they find out if there in fact is, if there's an event, Cycle for Survival event in their area?
In their area, absolutely, yeah. And
anywhere? Listen, so say you want to go to Manhattan, there's one in Manhattan.
There's 2 in Manhattan.
There's 2 in Manhattan.
Yeah, there's 2 Equinox clubs that do it in Manhattan.
So is Equinox the partner?
Equinox is a founding partner, and Memorial Sloan Kettering is a founding partner.
Talk about the Memorial Sloan Kettering.
Yeah, this is important because whereas other charities have operation costs, so if you donate money, a portion of that money goes toward operation costs, staffing, et cetera. It doesn't. That's not the case for Cycle for Survival. 100% of the money that you donate goes directly to cancer research.
All of it.
All of it. Because Memorial Sloan Kettering is picking up the tab on all the operations. They have a big staff that helps run this event. But the money that's donated does not go toward that. It just goes towards research.
Let me ask you something, because we've known each other a while and I see how passionate you are and how involved you are with the kids in the town and baseball, and you're so good with them. I'm curious about this. You're real passionate about this. Why?
You know, I think the point about rare cancers speaks to it, that there's so many people out there that are touched by these supposed rare cancers, and there's very few treatment options for them, because without the research you can't have treatment options. When I was diagnosed, one of the scariest moments was the doctor saying, we don't see this that often, so we don't know exactly what the treatment protocol is. Research is very sketchy, so there was a lot of deciding to do in terms of how to be treated. And that's scary. It kind of takes control away from you. So my involvement with Cycle kind of gives me some control.
Control.
Explain that. Well, it's control to raise money. Control to,
Is that you?
That's me.
You look very much in control. I've seen you on the streets cycling, right?
Yeah, I see
on our
that.
Bikes.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. We live in the same neighborhood. But I see that picture, and it reminds me of the energy in Cycle for Survival. I mean, you've done spinning before.
Yeah,
right?
I love it.
You take that and multiply it by 100, because rather than 10 or 20 people,
how many?
You have, well, there's over 13,000 riders nationwide.
13,000.
Yeah. And in New York, I think the Equinox Club in New York, one of them does 300 bikes. They have 300 bikes lining the floor. In Summit, New Jersey, there's going to be over 200 bikes.
Fabulous.
So imagine the intensity of any spinning class and multiply that by 100, and you get pumping music. You get these instructors that are really pumped up because there's a lot of people participating.
Do people get sponsors?
Yes.
Is that how you do it?
Yeah, exactly.
This is fabulous.
Yeah, it's great.
I'm so glad you came up to me. I guess we were at a baseball tryout for the kids. You said, hey, we ought to do this. And I'm like, I said, but if Ken's involved in this, it's got to be a good thing.
It is a good thing. We'd love to get you out on a bike, Steve.
And I'll tell you what, all those cycling, spinning classes I'm doing that don't raise any money for anyone, I want to do it because it's worthwhile and it makes a difference.
It's fantastic. Thank you.
Listen, I'm proud of you. It's important. By the way, everyone who's been seeing the website throughout the entire program, go check it out. If you're going to miss it this time, it doesn't mean you can't get it next time. Ken Colen, Cycle for Survival. You're doing important work. Appreciate it, buddy.
Thank you.
See you on the baseball field.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, thanks.
That was great.
One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation, celebrating 25 years of broadcast excellence. Funding for this edition of One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been provided by Investors Bank, Cohn Resnick, providing accounting, tax, and advisory services for more than 90 years. The Russell Berry Foundation, Fedway Associates, Inc., PSE&G, committed to improving New Jersey's economy and strengthening its communities. New Jersey Manufacturers Insurance Group, auto insurance, homeowners insurance, and banking under the principle of stewardship. The law firm of Gibbons, P.C., and by Health First New Jersey. Promotional support provided by the Star Ledger and NJ.com, Everything Jersey, and by NJ Biz, All Business, All New Jersey. Transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area. One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been produced in partnership with St. Joseph's Healthcare System.